I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder. Hi friends, welcome back to Wilder Possibilities Podcast. I have my new friend, Patrick McCarthy.
Howdy ho, Internet land.
Yes, and he owns Catalina Crew.
Yeah, all-encompassing marine service entity and Southern California lifestyle brand.
All the things.
I've been practicing that one.
Yes. Oh my gosh, thank you for that. Yes, I got your name right, so we're like doing really well, and you told us about your company, but I want to really go into it, and I don't ask a lot of questions here. I ask one question. Okay? There's one question I ask, and it is, when did you get the click? The
click? Like what, to start my own business?
All the things, but Katie wanted to say one thing before you start about the click.
Okay.
I'm happy you're here. I'm obsessed with Catalina Crew and Sean, so
yeah. Here we are.
Well, we're on the right trajectory. We're doing something.
Yes, yeah, for Katie, she would not stop talking about you, so I'm literally happy to meet you.
I think he's got marketing.
We matched on Bumble, and then, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. She saw him on Bumble, then I saw him on Raya, and I was like, it's just meant to be.
Yeah, my profile's out there. It's been leaked.
It's leaked.
Well, Shelton wants to auction them off. I'm out.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Okay, more to come on the auction, guys. You're going to be excited. Okay. Now, so that's all I ask. But I actually, before you tell me about the click, I want to know where you're from and how you made it to LA.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
let's go all the way back.
I was born in Connecticut.
Okay.
Grew up in a town called Southwick, Massachusetts, which is, if you look at a map of Massachusetts, there's a little dip in the northwest part of Connecticut. That's Southwick. I went to college in Boston.
Boston College?
No, I went to Endicott College, which is a liberal arts school on the North Shore of Massachusetts. It's right on the ocean. They actually call it the Pepperdine of the East. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a cool campus to go to. Then lived in Boston right after undergrad. And I was kind of thinking what I wanted to do as my life progressed. I originally wanted to be an attorney.
And then that would be a bad choice. My husband says.
Exactly. No, for sure.
He won't let our kids be one.
So as I think about the click, then I kind of got in this car accident in Boston, and I was laid up. And I remember delivery, this is pre-DoorDash and pre-Uber Eats, a delivery driver hit me in South Boston and injured my back, T-boned me in the car. So long story short, as I was laid up, there's a thing called Vineyard Vines back east.
I know that. Yeah.
My parents met them, Martha's Vineyard. I had a husky dog who was young at the time, and I got him a Vineyard Vines collar, and I was like, why doesn't Catalina, the island in California, have its own clothing company? And I did research, and there was never really a brand about Catalina. So I got the domain name in my mom's kitchen, bought that. And it's like, I'm going to LA, and I'm going to try and make it into a clothing thing.
Wait. Hey, you had never even been out here to check it out?
No.
You were just trying to come up with some alliteration for
No, it was just I was like, Vineyard Vines did pretty good. Those guys were stockbrokers that stopped being stockbrokers, and they, founded Vineyard Vines with neckties. And I was like, why doesn't Catalina have something like that? So I packed the car up, stole my dad's 14-foot boat. He didn't know that at the time, but I used it as a bike trailer. That's so great. But what was cool is he ended up, before he passed away, he got to sail that little boat on both sides, on the Atlantic Ocean and on the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, honestly, and I got to LA, didn't have anywhere to live, found an apartment in Playa del Rey, and needed a job. I bought my dad a boat. I got it for a good deal, but it needed work. Could not find one good mechanic or anyone to fix it, so I fixed it. With one of my buddies, and then I looked around there, I'm like, there's 6,000 boats here. There's no one who can fix this one boat. I'm like, there's 6,000 of these. Biggest marina in the United States, second biggest in the world. So I put up a Craigslist ad, hired an old timer, and within 4 months, we were running a $4 million Pershing boat. And that's the boat I learned on. So technically getting my dad a boat started this boat business.
Oh, wow.
Now like a decade later, we do pretty much every marine service from survey to salvage to captaining. I have a 200-ton captain's license, upgrading to 500-ton.
Wow.
Which in context is like 1 million pounds. So it's like a big boat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, how many, like, what's like a foot or of that?
It could be like 150 to 200 feet, something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Huge one.
Yeah.
And you just, okay, so you just came out 10 years ago.
It'll be 10 years in September. It'll be my anniversary.
That's
my
exciting.
Decade.
Wow. Yeah. That's a big deal to come out to LA and like stay.
Well, I actually, after undergrad, went to Miami because I wanted to pursue the whole sports agency law thing down there.
Oh.
And then, because I'd gone on spring break to Miami. And then after I lived in Miami, I'm like, nah, I'm good. But when I got to LA, this place felt like home, like instantly. And then my family was always visiting.
Oh.
And my dad, after I got on the boat, he would come and visit for like a week. Then it'd be 2 weeks. Then it'd be 3.
And he loved
then it'd be like months. My mom would be like, "You coming home?" And he's like, "No, I'm good."
He's like, "I like that."
So,
and then how did he pass?
So he was at that time one of the longest living pancreas kidney transplant survivors. He had juvenile diabetes. So he, he wasn't diabetic the last 7 years of his life, but he got an infection from walking pneumonia and he passed away.
Oh.
So out of the next boat I got him before he passed away was a trawler, which we still have that boat. We redid that. And we did like kind of like a paddle out with boats and blew his ashes out of a cannon and drone filmed it.
Oh.
That was in actually he died 6 years ago to the day yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was kind of like the whole reason this whole boat thing started was to give him something to do to heal mentally and physically while he was, instead of just sitting on the couch at home, because he's the one who got us all into boating. My whole family on his side, they were always in the vineyard. They grew up with a house in the vineyard that my grandfather had, so they were always out in the water. And that's why I have this tat. Is our original boat back east was called the Irish King in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, and his initials were there.
Oh,
I remember I ran out of the tattoo shop and I forgot the initials, so I ran back in and had him dial me in. My mom, my sister, and I got the tattoos on the same day after we did. Yeah.
Really?
They have different ones, but I drew this on a plate and then the guy put it on my arm.
And he
didn't, no, he made it way better than I could have.
Yeah.
But originally it was supposed to say McCarthy under it. And then my sister was we made shirts for our boat. Yeah. And I was like, wait, can you just throw that on my arm? And then he did. Yeah.
Is that part of the logo?
No, this is just a in memoriam type thing. Yeah. It's got like the pirate flag, the Jolly Roger, and the Irish.
Yeah, I love it. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so. How big are your moms and sisters? Is it?
My mom's just got like a shamrocky type thing on her ankle and she's not a big tattoo person at all. Yeah. So we kind of like forced her. And then
that's why I don't have
one. For the 3 kids, me, my sister, and my brother, and I'm the oldest. And then my sister has a little wave on her foot. She's the middle one.
Oh, she's the middle. Yeah. And you have the younger brother.
Yeah, then I have the younger brother. Well, my sister, the middle one, she's 3 years younger. She's actually one of the head social workers at Boston Children's Hospital. Oh. I believe that's her title. And she does a podcast actually with Jodie Sweetin from Full House.
Oh my gosh.
Called Awkward Conversations, where they talk about how you talk to your child about drugs or whatever.
Weird, yes. Awkward, like teenage stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's neat.
And she just had a baby too, so.
Oh.
Her and her husband.
You're an uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
I love that.
That makes me an uncle. So.
Uncle Sean.
And then we got the little brother. He's 8 years younger. Mm-hmm. He has Asperger's. Mm-hmm. So he's an anime artist. And he's out here hustling. Wow. Getting traction with he's done 12 or it's either 10, 11, or 12 novels of his own anime. Oh. Tamashi. Yeah.
Oh my God. He's like going for it.
Yeah. He goes to all the Comic-Cons and all that stuff.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, this is the place.
No, that's what I said. So it's like
you came first.
Kind of like
then you bring them out.
Well, I come from like a family of entrepreneurs. My grandfather worked at IBM. Then he started this restaurant in Connecticut that was an old train station that still exists to this day. Oh my God. And actually I saw when I walked in your house, there's a Paul Newman poster. Yeah. He used to come in the restaurant in the 70s back in the, I guess the 70s they were rocking. Yeah. That was good times. And then my mom, she went to school to be like a designer seamstress. And when she had my little brother, then she went back to school and got a degree in early childhood education and became, she founded a daycare. She had those for 20 plus years.
Oh my God.
She's like, she'll be 62 in June.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. She got her AARP card now, so she's dialed in.
Yeah. My God. My husband's turning 62 this year.
Really?
He looks so young. Don't listen.
Well, hey, that's the thing about California too.
He's sober and he looks literally my age. People are like, oh yeah, you're the same. But I'm 46.
You're 28?
No, yeah, 35 right? Forever. But 30, yeah. That's 35 exactly. Forever. But yeah, no, it's crazy because then like he just had kids at 50. Okay. It was his first kid and got married. So LA, you can just, do whatever.
Well, I do feel like this place does, like I just turned 41.
Yeah.
So I still feel younger than, if I was back home, I've got a lot of injuries and stuff like that from doing stupid stuff in sports when I was younger, but out here, because of being an active lifestyle and whatnot, I don't feel like any ailment at all. No, I mean, me either. I got no Botox, no plastic surgery. No fake. I haven't got veneers yet or anything.
You don't even have them yet. Well, next, so I just got salmon semen put in my face.
What? That's a thing?
I literally did. So we'll make sure you're hooked up, Sean.
Whoa.
Whatever.
What is
happening here?
What is beneficial to
listen, bro, I don't even know. This guy was like, yeah, this is the new thing. I was like,
it's only 10 grand. I swear it's the way.
I swear it's so good for you.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
I just what I started doing a couple of years I don't drink or party or anything anymore. So I quit that years ago.
Yep.
And
that keeps you young.
Well, that's the other thing is I thought I was successful in a sense when I still was going out and partying and doing extracurricular activities. Yeah. But once I stopped completely, it's almost like being omnipresent and you don't have any excuses. And I can be in multiple places mentally at the same time and get shit done.
So much more done.
Yeah. And no hangovers ever.
No. Yeah. 15 years here.
Oh yeah. So 15 years, no partying. Yeah. So North Carolina must have been wild back in the day.
Oh yeah. And I went to Georgia.
Oh, yeah, in Athens?
I got a drinking degree. I was a professional drinker.
Yeah.
So, no, all that. Had to put that away.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good for you. I feel like
everything you got to, you quit while you're ahead.
Oh, yes. I hit 30 and I was like, this is only going to go down.
Yeah.
It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
No.
All sloppy.
Not cute. No.
I remember, thinking, you're all, you're drunk and you're like, I'm so smooth. I'm the man right now. And then you see a video the next day.
Oh, no.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't cute. No. I didn't like that. And you just cannot get as much done. I mean, it's crazy.
No, I honestly look forward to work stuff now. When I was hungover, I'd dread it.
Oh, God. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No excuses, honestly, to do anything.
No, we're just here.
And I feel like it builds your confidence level goes up when you don't drink. Yeah. Yes,
you have to. I don't know. I had to relearn a lot of things because I was doing everything drinking. It started to be during the day. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I can't even go shop for my clients.
Well, this is my first drink I've had in a couple of years. Right here.
There's your drink.
It's an Olipop. It kind of tastes like booze.
Yeah, it's delish.
It is good. Olipop is good.
So, okay, do you take people out on boat rides?
Yeah, we do boat rides.
That's what we're going to do with our team, by the way. Yeah.
So this is so here's the other thing. Now as we've progressed with this whole Catalina Crew thing, we have a YouTube now that we started in, what was it? Last September. We went to the Monaco Yacht Show, and I feel like everything
oh my God, the Monaco Yacht Show.
So it's the Catalina Crew is the YouTube. So we started touring I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million plus boats. So the first boat we're ever on, we're in Monaco, and I partnered up with this guy, Trevor, Hanson Boss. I met him through a friend, and he was going to do my website, a revamp on that. And we started talking about doing a YouTube on touring boats and all this stuff. And I flew him to LA, and then through a connection, he wanted us to go to me to go to Monaco, and then I applied for press passes, got them. They accepted us through our Instagram, and then we were touring these you know, 10, 20, 30, 40,
were
50
you
million
like
boats.
going, you were like kind of with your crew and going around being like, hey, this is your boat, this is your boat? Like,
well, no, so what we did was we got the press list after we got press passes, and Trevor emailed all the companies that build the boats and the brokerages and whatnot. So we had things lined up before we got there. And I'd never been on camera in that sense where I'm interviewing people. And we got thrown on this boat, Cantieri della Marche, that's out of Ancona, Italy. It's called Maverick. Sick boat. Man. I don't know how many, probably 50 million bucks. And we did the interview. Maria, she was great. She's the head of press at that company. And she invited us to Ancona, and we toured their shipyard after the Monaco boat show. And we have that video. So then that progressed, and now we just got back from the Palm Beach yacht show on a bunch of boats.
Oh, wow.
So I'm saying as like the boat business just keeps getting, there's more opportunities and it keeps getting and growing in different areas. But now with the things that we're doing, I kind of want to bring more focal knowledge, I guess, to Marina del Rey, because we're in like a prime location. Like Los Angeles is a place where everyone kind of wants to be. Yeah. And Marina del Rey,
I know.
It's the biggest marina man-made in the U.S. 6,000 boats. It was built in 1965, I think. So it's the 60th anniversary this year. Oh. And we want to start bringing the bigger yachts.
Yeah, because
Marina del Rey.
It's like, you know, when the big ones are there, and they're always talked about because it's.
Well, yeah, they're at the gas dock. And me doing what I do, like we get rid of boats, we salvage them if they sink. There's a kind of an epidemic with small boats that are being abandoned in these harbors.
They just let them go down?
Well, sometimes, yeah. Like because people, they don't have the money to pay for them, so they abandon them in the slip. So they're pricing them out. So say like a boat is worth $3,000. If you're paying $1,000 a month for a slip, if you can't afford it, you're just going to leave the boat. Yeah. And then 60 years ago when this marina was founded, small boats were the thing. Now they're progressing into bigger ones. And I don't know, I just feel like this area is it's still 10 years later since I started this business, an untapped resource. Yeah. Like, and nowhere else in the world could I have started a business like this from a Craigslist ad.
I mean, that is
And then
amazing.
It went into the next opportunity, the next one, and the next one. And now we're in the Venice Chamber of Commerce and the LAX Coastal Chamber of Commerce. And we have the World Cup and the Super Bowl and the Olympics and all these events coming to our area.
Here. Yeah.
And like, I'm like, why aren't we like applying to host an event in Marina del Rey? Or why, like, there's just so much opportunity. Like one of these events is life-changing for businesses, let alone three back to back to back.
No, I know. And then, it's been crazy.
So my point with the boats is I want to start doing like more like business-oriented events to do mixers to get people involved, to start talking about this type of stuff.
Well, the first one will be where we're going to auction you off.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
That might be a conflict of interest.
It's going to be great. We're going to raise tons of money.
Yeah.
Here he is.
We actually did. So check this out. During the fires, which it was, great with the first responders and, the stuff that people sacrifice their lives for others that they don't even know is just like, it's just honestly, it's amazing that people can be that selfless. So in my work truck, we went to Costco, got a pallet of water, let them load it up, because we were going to bring it to first responders and a bunch of energy drinks. And we drove around to all the firehouses and stuff, and nobody wanted water. They only wanted the energy drinks.
Really?
Yeah, no, but...
They wanted the Celsius or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it was Alani, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it just, you could see like how tired people were, and exhausted mentally and physically. It was, and the effort that was put in.
The most tragic thing that's ever happened. I mean, it's a million times worse than what anybody knows.
It sucks that it takes like those cataclysmic events to bring people together, but and it's also weeds out things that need to be changed that were stagnant. When events like that happen, you figure out what's working and what's not working and what has been perceived to be working that no one's been paying attention to.
That wasn't working.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really hope big change comes because we really need it. But
for sure.
Yeah. I'm glad that you brought some of those drinks.
Well, we tried.
Yeah, you were like, we were trying.
But we went all the way up to Zuma, and like they had like the way they set up this, like people were thinking like there wasn't a real fire presence. We saw the little city they made in Zuma Beach. It's like a city for 20 or 30,000 people, all of Zuma, like a bunch of trucks and catering companies and all the other cities and states and whatnot, all the different fire trucks. Like it was like all hands on deck.
Yeah.
You know what was weird is we got like people have asked me from home and other areas, like we got that prompt. I'm sure you got the prompt that said evacuate. Well, you're closer in Brentwood. Did you guys have to evacuate?
Yeah, we were evacuated for a few weeks.
So you were evacuated?
No, that was, yeah, we thought our house was going down for sure. It was,
yeah, see, that's
our school burned. Yeah. It was
man.
it was a lot. The whole thing's been a lot because it's like our whole community. It's like all of our friends and lost their homes. It's so sad.
No, it is so sad.
Yeah. So I really hope that we're going to be part of the rebuild. And I believe that Palisades will be the best city in the entire world. I just do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
That's, yeah.
It's got to be that vibe.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then they can come and check out all the boats and go to the marina. I don't know why people don't go either.
Well, there's a lot of like rules that make it hard to get out on the water that they're antiquated, that need to be changed. You know, like marina's in the title. Like it should be easier to access the water. And, you know, that's why people in like my industry need to, you know, there's meetings for harbor commission and stuff. Got to go there and just, you know, address what needs to be changed.
Yeah.
So people can get out there and have fun.
And have fun and enjoy. I lived in the marina for a year.
What, Marina del Rey?
Yeah.
Where at?
On Tahiti Way.
Okay. That's where my boat originally, the first boat was on Tahiti Way.
I mean, it was great, right when I had our first son. And it's so relaxing, except for when the seals are going crazy.
Oh, God.
Those things are so
You know that you can't like spray them with water?
No.
Like a hazard?
You just have to listen. You're just like, wow. But it was amazing and I loved being over there. And so I do feel like I've lived here, I guess, almost 19 years. I haven't done enough on the water. It's right there.
Well, yeah, you got
It'd be fun.
30 miles to Catalina. You can go to Redondo's 8 miles, go up to Malibu Paradise Cove.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, it's killer. If you want to go 60 miles to Channel Islands, you see orcas maybe up there.
Oh.
Like that's
really fun.
If you go out to Catalina, it was cool. I named my company Catalina Crew before I ever went to Catalina.
That's what I was
and
saying.
I remember, but I remember rolling up to that island. So this was like 2016, the first boat we had. My girlfriend at the time, my dog, and a bunch of Catalina Crew gear. We're going out to the island. We had a bullhorn. We had a geotag on Snapchat. We were hip like that. And I took the boat. I took the boat out there, and I remember rolling up on the island. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this place is sick.
Yeah.
It's like it's got the same. Now that I've been to Monaco, it's got the same topography and geography of Monaco. It feels like they're almost similar to me. And the water's like legit. Some places 100-foot visibility.
Wow.
Like it's crystal clear. It's legit like a little it's like a little piece of heaven.
But I don't think people go out or visit as much.
That's another, I don't know the inner workings of that. I just know that the Wrigley family, the Gum, they're the ones who own it.
They own Catalina?
Yeah, the Cubs used to have spring training there. And then the Buffaloes, this is the story that I was told, the Buffaloes are there because movies used to be shot out there and they just left them. And then they became the animal of the island or whatever.
Oh my God. See, I haven't even spent enough time there.
Catalina, yeah, like backside and everything, it's sick.
How big is it? Do you know?
It's like, I think it's 42 or 52 miles.
Yeah.
So they have a trail. There's like a shirt where you can hike the whole thing.
Yeah. And so do you just take the boat out there and then I feel like there's one hotel, right? Or like
No. If you go to Avalon, that's a town of like 5,000 people. Then there's Two Harbors, which is it's almost like an island getaway. There's like 200 inhabitants, I think, of like Two Harbors. So my buddy, this September, we were his chase boat. My buddy Tyler Garfield, we did a podcast episode with him. That's after we did the YouTube. Then obviously the next step is podcast time.
Yeah.
So his name's Tyler Garfield. He is a surfer. He paddleboarded, did the Catalina Paddleboard Classic from Two Harbors to Manhattan Beach, 32 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do that every September. It's insane. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's gnarly.
Yeah. Do you do that?
Nah.
No. You stay on the boat?
No. We wakeboard and stuff in the ocean, and you know, I'll go out in the water. We have we're partners with an electric jetboard company called Awake. So they're electric surfboards.
Yeah.
With the motor, and they go 40 miles an hour. Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not paddleboarding 32.
No.
I couldn't dial in for that one.
No, that's
as I get older, I have to like calculate my battles of what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you for that.
I only have so much more fun left in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to friggin' burn it out on that one.
No, not now. Okay, so what's your favorite part of the business? I mean, so do you still help with the boats and do like all the fixing?
Yeah, I was in a boat today.
Oh, so do you do it yourself, or you have like a crew, or do you?
I have people too.
Yeah.
That help. One of my guys is washing a boat right now. Another guy's doing an electrical job in another boat. Yeah, I oversee.
So you're doing that.
Well, I just learned how to fix all that. You know, I can pretty much fix most of the stuff on the boats myself.
Yeah.
So,
well, they need so much.
Well, that's the reason why. That's the reason why I have a boat business, is because it's constant.
Yeah, you're always gonna have clients. Yeah.
Well, and I feel like, you know, it's like simple. It's like an East Coast work ethic with West Coast opportunity, and you like combine those. It's like limitless.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, so I have to show up, do what I said I was gonna do, and you're gonna pay me this much. All right, I'm in for that.
Yeah, that's what's that's literally how I feel here.
And you got to think like bigger, in the sense where I don't want like one boat, I want them all. So if I have my hand in, you know, not one deal, you don't retire, as you in real estate, you don't retire in one.
The next and that.
You have them all, and then you keep everyone happy, and then, you know, word of mouth continues.
Yeah.
You know, you can do so many Google searches and Yelp things, but I feel like word of mouth is
referrals. We're like a 99% referral business.
Yeah,
that's
the website looks cool and all that stuff. But we're about to launch this new thing, Catalina Crew Care, that's like a virtual yacht management. So it's cheaper version, but you always have access to if you need like something quickly repaired. So that's kind of cool. We're also partners with Duffy, the electric boat company, and we're bringing a rental club to Marina del Rey this summer. So that'll be cool.
But is that so? You're maintaining the boats, but if we want to go out, like we're going to bring our team out.
Yeah.
So you have how many boats?
Well, there's depending on how many people.
Well, it's 11 of us. So what?
Yeah. 12 is the Coast Guard, usually the Coast Guard limit. But I have everything from the Duffy. Mm-hmm. Then we have ones at our disposal. I have a center console catamaran.
Yeah.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah, I feel like
or almost 30 feet long. And that boat, well, it's a speed catamaran. So it gets you to Catalina in like an hour.
I mean, that sounds right.
That one's sweet, but we can't put a left. Then we have like big yachts that are almost 100 feet.
Oh, no, I don't need that.
That you can cruise the Catalina.
Yeah. So I feel like that sounds
the speed one's the fun.
That sounds.
And then dolphins, like we've done trips to Catalina where dolphins would like do legit like shows for us in the middle.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We'll make sure to get them ready for our.
We just took one of the boats to Sail GP, which is like a sailing race, kind of like America's Cup type stuff. That was in San Pedro a couple weekends ago. And we saw whales and the dolphins were all out. It was badass.
Yeah.
That was off Palos Verdes.
Oh, well, that's so nice. Okay, so then you go, and then do you just like eat lunch in Catalina?
Well, in the speedboat, you can.
Or you bring snacks, or like, what do we do?
No, lunch.
Yeah.
Like Two Harbors, even if you go there, that's 30 miles. So if you go there, you can eat lunch and come back. I've done that before.
Yeah.
But if you go to Avalon, there's like multiple restaurants.
Is Avalon?
That's 40 miles.
Catalina?
Yeah. Avalon is here. Two Harbors is here. Marina del Rey is here.
But what's Catalina?
Catalina, there's two towns. There's Avalon over here and Two Harbors.
Oh, but on the 42 miles, there's two sides.
There's two towns on this side, and then there's a cat harbor over here, like a Shark Cove. There's a different entities throughout, but there's only two inhabited areas.
Oh, got it.
There's other camping sites and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely not doing that.
Well, you know what we do? Since we were thinking about, one of my buddies, he's a musician. We're like, we should throw a festival in Catalina.
Not like the Fry Festival, though.
No, not like that. I don't do anything that's janky. If you're gonna do it, make it like bread sandwiches.
Not the cheese, not those plastic cheese slices.
I didn't even know about that until after, because one of my friends, he was dating this girl at the time, who went to that. She like went.
That's like so funny that she actually went. That they made the movie out of it. Anyway.
All those dudes did was just, I saw the documentary, they just embezzled all the money.
They just took it.
Just partying.
Yeah, see ya.
And they couldn't get the infrastructure right.
No, and then they didn't tell them. They just kept the money.
Isn't that dude in jail?
That's so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
No, well, Catalina, there's a couple areas you could do a festival that'd be sick.
That's fun.
My only concern would be people not trashing the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could do a sick show there that would be epic.
Uh-huh.
Because if you go to the backside, there's nothing from there to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And the water's crystal clear. It's honestly like going to Hawaiian Island or something off the coast of California. But it's just like people respecting the environment, not throwing their Molly water bottles all over the place.
Oh my gosh, no. See, that's where, you'd have to have people just.
That was a good. Did you see that skit where at Burning Man? Because you'll never catch me at Burning Man.
I would never go.
No, but the dude who was like doing a parody, and he's like, when the last Burning Man, they all got stuck there because it rained.
Oh yeah, I saw the Instagram post.
And the guy's like, "We're in the OG down. We're out of Molly water. Save us, save us!" Like the tech bro. It was like a parody. Yeah. He's like, "We're in the OG down. Save us, save us. I have no more Wally water.
No.
I have one last bump of ketamine." Yeah.
No, see, funny. I'll have to watch that, but no, you'd never.
I forgot who the dude is. He's one of those like TikTok dudes or whatever, but he
No, the internet's funny. Yeah.
No, that was good.
That's a good one.
And I think he had like one of the faces on, like the fake.
Oh,
you know
my
what
God.
I mean? Like the AI face.
Why did
so
they
it made
wear
him look
that?
weirder.
No.
Well, no, it fit perfectly with the parody.
Yeah, but the outfits.
Dude,
they really...
Burning, I know some chicks that go to Burning Man. I'm like, what are you wearing? This like Galactica, like Mad Max, $40,000 sequin outfit.
Oh my God.
That's not my thing.
Wow. Not for me. No.
I just stick to going to Catalina.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I would go to your.
We're chill vibes only. And as we say at Catalina Crew, our tagline is live to tell the tale.
Oh, that's your tagline. I like that.
That's how we do.
Okay, because.
We don't talk, we do.
You just do it.
No, sometimes.
Is this some of your swag?
Oh, we got swag.
Oh yeah, let me see this.
Okay.
Oh, I already.
Here's the bag. This is my grocery getting bag.
Oh, live to tell the tale. I love that.
We got hats. This is for one of your juniors.
Oh, I love it. Has this been the same logo since the beginning?
No, it's had so the first logo. My brother, who's the artist, I drew that in a plate, and then he made the first logo. That's in here.
Yeah.
And then this is the main logo.
This is the new main logo that you're wearing on the vest.
This we've had this is on like on the Cybertruck and all.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
This one's on the website. But then these shirts we made we're just at the Palm Beach Yacht Show. We made these shirts.
Those are fun.
We have a yacht club too. We're in the Yacht Club Book of America, Yacht Club Association.
They have one of those. Wow.
Yeah, no, we're affiliated. So we have a Catalina Crew Yacht Club.
That's cool.
So we made these for the yacht show.
Okay.
That's
amazing. I love this.
And these are surf ponchos.
Oh.
Changing ponchos for your kids.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. I already told you, Bo and Lane are going to be some of your models.
Yeah. This is another one.
They're so cool.
And then here's the dog leash. I made because I had a husky. He just passed away at 13 almost. Oh. He was my homie. He's my roll dog.
What was his name? His
name was Logan. And he was like humanic in the sense where like, yeah, he got me through a lot of tough stuff. And it was me and him who came here. Like me and the dog.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. Yeah. So.
Are you doing okay?
No, I'm good.
Do you think you're going to get another one?
Now people are like, when are you getting the next dog? I'm like, when it comes off the assembly line. I'm like, no, dude, that dog was so cool. I'm not just going to replace him.
Yeah. I had a husky.
You don't just like replace a person.
Yeah, no. No, the huskies are very, very special. This is cool. Buster's going to love this.
Yeah, Buster's my homie.
Yeah. Buster loves you. Okay, so what is your favorite way? Like, what would you want people? It sounds like you're doing a lot of different things. You have your YouTube going.
That's what keeps it interesting. Is doing a bunch of shit.
Yeah, and you were we've been saying all bad words. And you said you might have something else coming up. Like maybe, can you talk about that?
What do you mean?
The show.
Oh yeah. We signed a production thing for a TV show, but I don't know. We're waiting to see what the deal with that.
Well, that's what Hollywood is. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
See, I'm not really into the. There's so many different avenues we could go with the show, but especially where like Hollywood's harbor, you know, it's Southern California, like trends start in this area and radiate out through like the world.
Of course, yeah.
So, and being the biggest marina in the U.S., man-made, it's like, it makes a lot of sense to have something.
Yeah, talking about it.
It's a TV show.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to be on Below Deck or any of that bullshit. I'm just like, teach their own. But I don't want to be like drunk people yelling and all that stuff. You know, I'm good with that. It's just to progress the brand and, you know, keep it moving. And, you know, we're started in Southern California. Yeah. And we want to rep that. And, you know, we have a foundation too, where we take like neurodivergent kids out on the water. And we're trying to expand that and just do a lot of stuff. Yeah. Just organic networking, you know, positive vibes and see what we got.
High vibes, only high vibes. Okay. So people can have their boat service with you.
You can have anything. We do any marine service, just call me. I can help you out.
Any marine services. Yeah. You're going to call Sean.
Unless your boat's been sitting for 30 years, then don't call me.
And then we might have to sell it.
We can flip boats too. Hey, if you want to boat brokering, I got some broker buddies. There's some money in that. Yeah. And the big ones, for sure.
Oh, I've heard about that.
It's like insane.
Yeah.
Like we were probably
like houses.
We were just in Palm Beach, almost $1 billion worth of boats. We filmed on probably. One of the boats we're on cost $100 million, and it's listed down for 50.
So I think what the craziest is that there are more expensive boats that have been sold in the world than there are homes. Well, because it's like a floating home.
Yeah, it's a floating city. It's not a home. Because the amount of systems that are on a boat that all have to like cohesively work together that people don't get. And it's in saltwater, which is like the most corrosive agent in the world. Yeah. It just, all it wants to do is attack and eat. Like there's just simple things like zinc. It goes on the bottom of the boat because there's electrolysis going on in the water. And it wants to attack the metal, which is like your props are made out of and your shafts and through holes and whatnot. But so the zinc is put in strategic areas, so the electrolysis, the electricity will go and attack the zinc. Just simple things like that. You gotta have your bottom painted. You know? Yeah. It's endless list. But a lot of people, it's a big tax incentive for them to have boats. You know, a lot of these billionaires and whatever, they're not all avid yachtsmen. It's cool to have the A and B. It's an appreciating asset, so the write-off is pretty substantial. Yeah. Talk to your CPA about that. You know,
talk to your accountant.
Talk to your CPA. That. Call H&R Block and we'll get back to you.
About the depreciation.
But
asset.
I do think, because I commented or spoke at the last harbor meeting, and I talked about the Olympics and like, you know, what are we doing? And then I was like, we need to start accommodating these bigger boats. The amount of money they pay just for one transient slip for a couple days is what a whole row of boats is for the year in like a couple days. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of like 10 boats.
Gonna do that?
Well, there's just, you know how it's weird. Like Marina del Rey, it's been redeveloped. One half looks like Dubai and the other half looks like some sea shanty from like 1880. I feel like we're whaling, like back in Nantucket.
A shanty.
Yeah, that's what me and my dad, we used to, when your boat breaks down in the ocean, called the Nantucket sleigh ride. That's you take home. Yeah. And they tow you back in.
Really? Oh my God.
But that's a whaling term for when they would actually harpoon the whale and the whale would drag the boat.
Drag it. My God. That's so great. Well, see, all these things.
But I'm just saying, we just need to all come together and we can figure this out and progress the area. Like it's like legitimately like a gem right in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking with my friend that was here. He's running for state senate, so you have to meet him.
I'd like to meet him.
Yeah, he's cool. And he's like, you know, trying to bring cool things.
Well, and I feel like at my age now, it's, you know, like changing of the guards and stuff happen and progressive. You have to have progressive mentalities and move forward. We can't just stay stagnant.
And let's stay in solution mode here.
Oh no, dude! I mean, it's just it's never problems, always solutions.
Yeah, just solution mode. Yeah. But a lot of people just like to keep talking about the problems over and over. But like,
I'm like, I don't want to hear about your problem. I'll just go fix it while you're talking about it.
We're just talking in circles about it. So okay, so anything to do with boats or anything in the marina, and then these fun boat rides.
Yeah, if you guys want to come out on Duffy's, you let us know. You want to come out on a yacht, you let us know.
Yeah.
If we can't accommodate, I know somebody who can.
No, you'll figure it out.
We got the electric jet boards. What we're going to do is we're going to do demos. We're going to start doing strategic demos, like Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Maybe do one in Laguna. We want to do one in Malibu when everything, settles down, where people can come out and try these boards because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
And plus we're going by 2030, carbon neutral, California. So the electric is where it's at.
Yeah. That's what you're going to, yeah. Well, that sounds so fun.
There's a lot of cool things. Bring the kids down. We'll show them.
I'm bringing the boys. They're going to, yeah. Yeah. They got to know. They got to be out in the water.
Well, yeah. Do they surf and stuff?
No.
See,
they're lacrosse.
Oh, Lax?
Lax Bros.
Yeah, Lax Bros. Yeah. I played baseball, basketball. You name the sport.
Yeah.
Played it growing up. Hockey.
Yeah, they're soccer, tennis,
football. I got the broken bones to prove it.
Prove it, yeah. Well, they're doing those other sports, but we got to get them out in the water.
Yeah,
it's fun.
See, like where I grew up, we didn't have waves to surf, and then you came to California, and it was, we grew up snowboarding and stuff like that, but we had no waves to surf. And point of the story is you come out here, and it's kind of like a territorial vibe. It's like, get off my wave, bro, and you're like, whoa. But then I joined a men's surf group and I started surfing.
Oh, then you're allowed.
Surfing's like the
thing.
It's fun. Yeah. Then we went on a surf trip and surfed the whole North Shore of Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
With like these old time, surf OG pipe dogs. One guy named Adam 12, this other guy named Barry Powers. And we're talking, they made us paddle out in like these massive waves.
Oh my God, no.
And then but doing that and not getting killed, that's actually one of the guys said, he's like, paddling out is a feat that you did that, but paddling back in, not dying was the real feat.
You just didn't die.
But it's just like,
so you're in the crew now.
Yeah, no, well, they're the homies, but I'm not, we're not charging like monster waves, but we did catch some waves at Pipeline. That was cool. Yeah. On a small day. So that was fun.
So now you're doing all
anything
things
like
California.
I just think anything positive, man. What do they say? Like the surfer that's having the most fun is the surfer that's, is the best or whatever. Whoever's having the most fun out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously not pissing people off or anything like that.
Oh no, we're not trying to do that. No.
But anything that keeps you young, I'm down for.
Listen, 35 forever, right here. We're doing it.
Freaking yeah. Once I get my salmon semen, then I'll be 35 forever. Right?
Then you're gonna really be in there.
I'm gonna be Benjamin Button after that.
Yeah, that's like literally like my husband.
Why, he does it too?
No.
I gotta meet him.
He was so like, oh.
I gotta.
He was so embarrassed.
I gotta feel his skin and see
oh
what
yeah,
it's
you
all
gotta
about.
see this thing. I know.
His glow.
My friends were like, "Are you behind like the sushi restaurant? Like, what is wrong with you?"
Yeah, my friend, he does tuna. He's a sushi chef. Omakase. That's what it's called. I'm gonna ask him about that. I'll see if he can.
You ask
wholesale.
Him. Wholesale. Oh my God. Okay, well, everybody's got a book with you, and how can we find you?
CatalinaCrew.com.
Oh, you got that? Yeah.
I got the domain before.
You got that
before we, And
yeah.
Got to keep moving onto that. Once one goal is reached, on to the next one.
Okay. Wait. What's your next goal? Like, you don't know.
Interstellar domination.
I mean, I want to know. What is it? Is there
I don't know.
anything
Just
next?
progress in our area. Getting the word out for Catalina Crew, the brand, the charity, progressing the business, meeting cool people.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you're accomplishing all that.
We're trying. My mom's out here actually, and
yes, you said that's so cute.
So my mom's out here now. She's been here almost 3 years. She actually runs the biggest marina in Marina del Rey, and she's doing a good job at that. My brother, he's going to all the Comic-Cons with his Tamashi, which is his anime series.
I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah. And my sister will be back out if they film the third or fourth season of her podcast in the summer. Their baby.
Oh my God. Wait, did they film it all like in one summer?
Yeah, she comes for like a week or two and they film it in Pasadena.
Oh wow. Yeah, we do like 4 in a day. So she'll just do like a couple weeks and film it all.
Yeah, she comes and stays and then they go and do it.
They put it out. Yeah. That's so cool. Okay, I love it.
Are lazy podcasters and we do one at a time. And we do ours.
Well, it's not lazy.
Well, hey, we'll have you. No, you should bring your whole clique out on ours. We're starting to do it on a 100-foot yacht.
Okay.
While we cruise around the harbor.
No, you have to see my cute team. That'll be a good one. Yeah, my all-girl team.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it. Okay.
And Glam Squad us up. But yeah, again, it's CatalinaCrew.com. All the social medias are Catalina Crew. YouTube's The Catalina Crew because some guy took Catalina Crew 15 years ago and posted one video, so I couldn't get that one.
Wow,
Bastard.
it's The Catalina.
Yeah, well, I just had to, I had to think on the fly.
You had to get it going.
So, well, yeah, and I appreciate Katie inviting us down here. And
Katie, she's my best buddy.
This conversation to be continued.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. There's so much more to go.
Yeah,
it's going to be good. Well, next one you'll be seeing all of us on your...
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
that's going to be so fun. Yeah, because I have to do like a fun, team bonding. I mean, what's more fun than that?
The thing, it's like everyone likes to be out on the water. You just have to give them a way to get out there. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. I haven't known about this, and now everybody needs to know.
I know, and there's like a whole. I joined there's actually a charter committee in Marina del Rey, and I just joined that, and trying to do everything Coast Guard regulated, and appease the county and the powers that be, and but
still have fun.
Yeah, there's just it's always fun, and actually, it's not. Some people once they get out and do the big chop, they don't like it. That's where the seasickness comes in. Oh. But for harbor cruises, and you leave early in the morning, you're good to go.
But we're just gonna go to Cali. It won't be that bad.
No. That's where you leave early in the morning. You don't leave in the midday. That's the worst. Early in the morning.
Okay, pro tips right here from Sean.
Yeah, no, because people would be like, we're leaving at 8 a.m. And then they'd show up at noon, and it's like, you guys are about to get whaled on. Because the wind picks up after like 10 a.m.
And then
it dies later in the afternoon.
And it's no good.
Sets, for the most part. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not going to
We just learn as we go. As they say, live to tell the tale. Right?
Live to tell the tale. Okay. Well, it was so good. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Nice to
Thank you.
Finally meet you, Katie's favorite person ever.
Katie's awesome.
It's the best. Okay, bye.
Peace out.
I'm Shelton Wilder, and welcome to Wilder Possibilities Podcast, where each episode follows an entrepreneur's journey into the transformative power of that light bulb moment where everything clicks. I call that the click. Those pivotal points that redefine our futures, illuminate paths to success, and even change the world. Now let's get wilder.